Darren, you've argued, and for me persuasively, but you've argued that remote work is better for people, it's better for talent access, it's better for global inclusion. If that's true, then why are so many large companies retreating to structured, mandated hybrid or even full-time office?
Yeah.
What are they getting wrong in their diagnosis? Because these aren't stupid people. What are they missing?
I think before we dive into that, I want to mention a report from Flex Index. I see Flex Index as kind of the source in terms of what's actually happening. And so remember, the first part of my career, I was a journalist. And so I know very well that the media exists to be divisive. That's what gets clicks. That's what sells papers. A story has to be two-sided. It cannot be nuanced because nuance doesn't garner attention. And so, of course, the media has positioned this return to office as if it is completely one way or completely another way. Mm-hmm. And the data show that it's actually not quite that clear. Over the past 6 or 7 months, there's actually been a slowdown in organizations that are forcing everyone back into the office. And still today, US firms are predominantly allowing some form of workplace flexibility. So to take into context the media narratives, most of these are organizations that are absolutely enormous, 25,000 people or more. And if you look at that data, it does show that an organization with 25,000 or more people are less likely to offer workplace flexibility versus a company that is smaller than that. And so I do think it is really important for listeners to compartmentalize that and realize that there are multiple worlds here. In the segment of 25K plus, you're looking at a completely different set of variables. Many of them have office real estate that they've leased for 10, 15, 20 years that they have to do something with. Now, many of them will not admit that, but they need to justify the real estate spend. The other reality is their legacy systems. Many of these organizations have existed for 10, 20, maybe even 50 years. Mm-hmm. And they have gotten to where they are doing things a certain way. And in doing so, they have created systems that actually work pretty okay for them. Mm-hmm. And so facing the reality of, are we really going to upend our entire operating model for something that might work better for us versus let's just revert to the last known state of coherence and force people to move with us back into the past? It's the uncomfortable reality that many of these leaders are facing. And so I don't necessarily blame them. It's a psychological state. Humans desire coherence. And after they've been treading water for years in a forced state of work from home, it makes sense that they would want to retreat to that comfort and that coherence. But I think the real picture here is, what about the small companies? What about the companies that are starting now? The companies that don't have those legacy systems to maintain and tend to? I think that's where you should look for where the future is going.